Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
All right, I'm Tim Laird with Kevin Harned, and we're getting ready to get cooking on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
You're right about that. Not only cooking, but cooking with one of the best chefs on Frankfort Avenue. The owner and head chef of Fork and Barrel is here, and he's sharing the secrets to making some of his favorite comfort food right in the comfort of your own kitchen. You're going to love this.
Also, Kevin, you're going to love my cocktail. It's called the CORK in Barrel. So you're going to love that cocktail. It's a very good one, so you'll want to stay tuned for that.
Sounds interesting. Lots of oohs from the audience. We're before them. It's Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, and it starts right now. And welcome to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned. We are at our home base right here in Butchertown at Bourbon Barrel Foods. We have a fun show lined up today because Chef Geoffrey Heyde is here from Fork and Barrel on Frankfort Avenue, where they celebrate all things food and drink. The restaurant became a hotspot as soon as it opened, serving modern American cuisine. Chef-driven dishes like their popular grilled octopus appetizer and less exotic but just as tasty things like seared scallops and incredible steaks. Today, the chef is making short ribs and serving them with the secrets to making them yourself at home. Plus, crab cakes with avocado mousse. You can do this too when you learn the secrets. We'll get them coming up in just a few minutes. But first, say hello to my co-host, America's Chief Entertaining Officer, our CEO, Tim Laird.
Hello, Kevin!
Hello, Tim.
All right.
How about this?
I'll tell you, this is exciting. What a good-looking audience. Look at this. Are you kidding me?
They are excited to be here, and you know, we are always excited to do Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. We meet so many awesome chefs, we learn the secrets to so many great dishes, and we have a chance like tonight to meet so many wonderful people.
It is. It's always a great experience, and I'll tell you what, to show off our great chefs that we have in the Bluegrass, and tonight is just one of those other occasions that we get to do that.
Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready, Kevin. All right, it's a great day to be in Kitchen Studio because here he is, the one and only from Fork and Barrel, Geoffrey Heyde.
Hi, sir.
Hello, Chef.
How are you?
Well, thank you.
Good, thank you. We're excited to have you.
Excited to be here.
I mean, Fork and Barrel, what a great restaurant, and it's a beautiful location off of Frankfort Avenue. It's where Bossa used to be, but you transformed that entire space into something new, exciting, it's vibrant. You walk in the door, and it's just incredible.
Yeah, we everything from the tables to the chairs to the flooring, walls, bathrooms, everything. It totally got revamped. Had to do a few things in the kitchen, not too much, but we wanted to make a brand for ourselves and get the name out there and get the vision of what we were doing.
And I'll tell you what, the imagery that you have on the walls, tell us a little bit about that, because that was the first thing I noticed when I walked in. I looked at, wow, this is incredible, all these images.
Yeah, so a lot of them are local to Louisville and then to Kentucky, whether it's down at Woodford or Cherokee Park, or there's a photo of Ollie's funeral there at the cemetery, and Emily's father is into photography, so he did all that work, and then we had them printed on aluminum, so they're nice and lightweight, and they're
it's amazing and how that medium actually works, aluminum, and it really is something to see. So that alone is
Speak
great.
to the theme a little bit. You mentioned your theme, but tell everybody at home kind of what they can expect if they've not seen your place.
We try and do as much local as we can. You know, whether it's meat to produce to dairy, so on and so forth. But we just wanted a Southern comfort with a twist.
Chef, what are we going to start with today?
Okay, so we have a boneless short rib here. We source this as much as local as we can. You can get short ribs with bones in them, but these are a lot easier to do yourself when they are boneless. So we take the short rib, and we just want to season it with some salt and pepper. It's a pretty simple concept here. Everybody's probably made pot roast at home before, so you want to sear it really hard, and then you braise it for several hours, whether it's in a crock pot, it's in the oven. You know, it's one of those things that takes, you know, 3-4 hours to cook, but it's worth the wait.
I was going to say low and slow, and it comes out really nice, and it's one of those things that short ribs are really popular. I mean, I see them everywhere now. People are really discovering these things and how delicious they are.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of flavor in the meat, but it's one of those products that if you don't cook it the right way, you can't just take this meat and grill it. You know, it has to be cooked for hours in liquid. So we just take it and sear it just like you would pot roast. Just salt and pepper. It's really pretty simple. And we just want to make sure our skillet's nice and hot.
You get a nice little crust on the outside that caramelizes, so really nice. Of course, there it is. That's the sizzle.
That sounds good.
That's what you're looking for and listening for, Kevin.
I love it.
And this is going to take a few minutes here, but you just want to sear it and make sure it's got that good hard sear on it. It gives you the good flavor.
You sear it on all sides, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we'll jump through this here for a second here, but we also want to make sure you've got your mirepoix. So you've got celery, carrots, and onions. You always have 50% onions, 25% celery, 25% carrots. We've got some fresh thyme here as well, and some bay leaves. And then our cooking liquid is going to be red wine and veal stock. So just to get going a little bit here on this, we're just going to put our vegetables in. And our vegetables here at the bottom of the pan will act as a rack, basically, for the meat. So it keeps it up off the bottom. It doesn't burn to it.
And that way the heat
liquid's flowing through it.
Go around through it.
Correct. Yep. So we're going to pretend all these sides are seared here.
Okay. And again, if you're doing this at home, searing a couple of minutes aside, you know, take your time. And when you put it in there, leave it there. Let it get that crust. Turn it once.
Exactly.
Don't touch it again for a little bit.
Yeah, Tim's right there on that. A lot of people want to be in here. They want to keep messing with it, and looking at it. Let your meat just sit there and let it sear. So I'm gonna turn that off there, and we're just gonna put these in right on top of our vegetables, and you can kind of see that there's some caramelization on there.
Really
and then
nice.
Smells great.
we're gonna take some red wine, and I just use cooking wine for this. Nothing crazy. If you've got some bottles of red wine that have been open, you know, for a couple of days and you haven't drank it all,
that never happens in my house. Yeah, never happens in my house.
Right, and then we've got our veal stock here that I've heated up some.
The red wine and now a little bit of the stock.
And I brought plenty of stock with me here.
And that's the thing about it. You want a lot of liquid in there. You're almost covering it all the way up, or 2/3.
Yep. Yeah, you want to be at least 2/3 to 3/4 of the way up on the meat there. You want to make sure that there's a good seal on this. Okay. If you really want to, you can put plastic wrap and then aluminum foil, but aluminum foil should work just fine. If you have a Dutch oven at home, like cast iron skillets and stuff like that, the Dutch oven,
heavy
it works out pretty
ceramic,
well.
Whatever. So anyway, we're all covered, ready to go.
Yep.
And what was the oven set to?
This is going to be at 325.
325.
For about 3.5 hours.
Okay.
Yep. And then, let's see here. We've got some magic of TV here. 3.5 hours later. See, I put some plastic wrap on all
Oh, that's
this.
another good idea too. And you got to be careful because the steam is.
Yep. So we've got short ribs ready to go for everybody.
Oh,
Oh, look at that. You're going to get to eat tonight.
How about that? Yay, that's part of the program.
I love that.
So,
Oh, those look great too, Chef.
I've also got some magic potatoes here
Look
too.
at that.
Instant.
Instant.
Instant potatoes. So at the restaurant, we make mashed potatoes with celery root puree. We'll take some celery root and we'll peel it. We'll cook it down in some heavy cream, and then we'll puree it in the food processor, the Vitamix, and get like a nice smooth consistency, kind of like sour cream. So the cooking liquid that was in the pan, what we did was we took that out, we strained it through a chinois, a really nice fine mesh strainer, and then we reduced that liquid down by 3/4, so we had about a quarter of it left.
So that thickens it up.
Super rich sauce. And then we take a little bit of a roux, a little butter and flour.
Oh, yeah.
Cook that, make that nice and smooth, add our hot liquid to it, and then we've got some nice gravy.
Beautiful. Look at that.
All right, so now here we have all the components. Let's plate this bad boy
All
up.
right, so we're just gonna start off with some celery root mashed potatoes here. And you can see these are nice and creamy.
Good.
And I
from
like that
going
idea
through
of
that
the
ricer.
celery root. I mean, that's different. That's a nice technique.
Yep, and then you can see that these are so tender, they're just ready to fall apart here.
Oh.
We're gonna just plate that on top, and then we're gonna take a little bit of our rich
beautiful
gravy.
Oh.
Doesn't that look good?
Wow, that looks absolutely
Easy
incredible,
enough.
Chef. Awesome. Oh. Oh. Chef, that is unbelievable. I guess that you could say that is comfort food.
Yes, sir.
I'm
At
telling
its
you.
finest.
At its finest.
Right? It
Yeah.
looks great, but the big question is, how does it taste, right? Somebody from the audience is going to have a chance to come up and take a taste in just a couple of minutes.
Excellent.
And we're not finished cooking, and Geoffrey's not finished sharing the secrets. What's coming up after the break?
We're going to do some crab cakes here when we get done.
Ooh. And also a cocktail, Kevin.
Oh, you're making a cocktail.
Yes,
Imagine that.
I think I've been practicing in
We
the
wouldn't-
libation lab.
we wouldn't
It's,
wanna go thirsty.
No, you'll want to stay tuned for the cork and barrel.
Look forward to that. We've got more secrets to share. You're watching Secrets of Bluegrass Chef. Come on back with us right after this.
Does that look awesome?
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned, and we are at the pleasure here with Chef Geoffrey Heyde, who is really just revealing the secrets so you can make some great comfort food at home. And we've got this braised short rib along with the potatoes, and I'm here with Nancy, one of our great studio audience members. And Nancy, we've got a great audience. You were selected to come up here and take a taste. How about that?
It's great. It's great.
Well, it's getting ready to get better. We are proud supporters always of a number of charities across our great community, and tonight we are grateful to be able to support the Louisville Orchestra.
That's great.
Isn't it something?
That is so great.
A lot of folks here doing the same thing. The orchestra is awesome for our city, and don't you all agree? Yeah. So we're always willing to help out. I want you to take a taste. Let's see how Chef Heyde did. We have the short rib, the potatoes, the gravy. I asked you in the commercial break, I said, are you a fan of comfort food?
I love comfort food.
How'd he do?
Wonderfully. Wonderfully well.
Awesome. Well,
Tasty.
thank you for being here to be a taster. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Nancy, what's your step there?
I will.
I want to bring Tim Laird in. Tim's going to whip up a cocktail for us. You have creatively named this in conjunction with, of course, the restaurant.
Right, we always do different signature cocktail, and this one I thought was very appropriate for Fork and Barrel Restaurant. I'm doing cork and barrel. The cork will be Corbel that'll go into this cocktail.
Nice.
The barrel is this Cooper's Craft bourbon, which actually plays dedication to the Coopers that actually make the barrels.
I like
so this is a nice, refreshing, light bourbon that's just delicious. So anyway, here's how we make the cork and barrel. Starting out with a shaker of ice. I'm going to add, for each drink, it's about 1.5 ounces of the Cooper's Craft bourbon. So it's about there, Kevin.
Or until the cup overflows.
Well, I am making two cocktails.
Whatever happens first.
I am making 2 cocktails on this, and then, that's my measurement. You know, that's about 1.5 ounces, I think. Well, anyway, 3 ounces of that, and then about 3/4 ounce of Campari. You can use sweet vermouth if you want. So about that's 1.5 ounces for 2 cocktails. All right.
Okay.
So boom. Now I'm going to give this a little shake.
All right.
And here we go. Give it a nice little shake. Get those 2 ingredients well mixed, and also I want to dilute the bourbon just a little bit. So that's what we're doing in this move. So very important to give it.
What is that move exactly? Are you spelling something there? Because it looked like you were like
Kevin,
you know, like when they, you know, I grew up Catholic and they bring the incense out and like go sideways. But this is like I feel like you're doing something.
Shaking class 101. Basically, you can shake this way, you can shake this way, or give it a good
but
one
you
like
were like
this.
spelling something.
You can, no, it's not spelling anything.
Well,
it's
it looked like
shaking,
it. Okay,
Kevin.
perfect. It looked more complicated than that. I'm glad it's not. I could probably do that.
Oh, Kevin. All right, now listen. So we're well shaken now, and I'm going to pour this over a couple of tumbler glasses with ice. That it goes in just like that. Look how perfect that was. Look at that, Kevin.
That looks
was
great.
that perfect?
It
Look
is,
at that.
but
How
we
about
still
that?
have the cork part yet to go.
Yes, here we go. So I'm going to top both these with a little bit of Corbel Brut California Champagne. Adds a nice little sparkle to it. So this is going to add a nice little refreshing element to this cocktail. So there's the cork, there's the barrel. Finally, a little garnish. I want to get an orange peel and then squeeze that, get all that zest down in there. Boom. One more for you, Kevin. So give that a good squeeze.
Nice.
Garnish. It's an all-American cocktail.
It is.
I'll tell you what, here we go.
It looks delicious.
Cheers. Let's see how we did, Kevin. Wow.
Cork and barrel.
Wow.
That's sort of good. You know what it tastes like, Tim?
Yeah. That's right. Another.
All right. Well, that shaking worked on that one.
Boy, that was good shaking.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, isn't that delicious?
Yeah. Too many of those would be like shake and bake.
All right. Anyway, we're going to get back to cooking now.
Let's do that.
All right. I'll
That's
tell you what, here he is, Geoffrey Heyde, Fork and Barrel Restaurant. How are we doing? We're going to do some crab cakes.
We are doing crab cakes.
This is
Excellent.
exciting. This is a favorite, I'm
This
sure, at the
is.
restaurant.
It is one of our most popular appetizers. For everything from the spring to the summer, it's been pretty solid.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're using some jumbo lump crab meat here. So these are the actual still nuggets, still nice and whole.
And look at the size of that, Kevin. I mean, that is the jumbo.
But we're also going to use some claw meat in there as well.
Oh, but you know what? The claw meat is very sweet too. It really is.
So we're going to put a couple tablespoons of red onion in here.
Beautiful.
We're going to put a couple tablespoons of fiend herbs. So that's parsley, tarragon, chives.
Fiend.
Yes. We've got some really fine chopped red peppers, a little celery here.
And those are nicely diced too, I must say. That's a chef dicing. You can get those little dicers too. Have you ever seen those? You can get them at home. And
We've got some green onions here.
green onions.
And we're going to add a little bit of egg. So I put an egg per pound.
Oh, okay.
So we're just going to...
So there's 2 pounds in there, 2 eggs.
pounds.
An egg per pound. That's the secret. And that's going to be like a binding agent, right? I mean, help glue a little bit.
So between the egg, we've got a little Dijon mustard here,
Nice flavor.
Oh, see, that's going to be nice too.
and then we've got some mayonnaise.
Mayo.
Oh yeah.
And then the other binder, we're going to put a little bit of breadcrumbs in here. And the trick to this is not to break it up too much. So we're going to put a little bit of breadcrumb in here. This is just panko.
Oh, I like that
yeah.
because it's the finer, the Japanese panko.
The more gentle you are, you can still get all of the giant lumps of crab meat in here.
See, and you're doing it gently because you're not breaking it all up and just, I mean,
We're
look
just
at
folding
that.
it all together because we still want all that to be in there, right? So we're also going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper in here too.
Okay.
And
that's right at the end.
yeah, you want to season it to taste, but just a teaspoon or 2 of each in there should be fine. And you can see that everything's incorporated now,
Right.
but we still have nice nuggets of crab
Oh,
meat
that
in there.
king
right?
crab.
So we're just gonna we like to make 2 to 4 ounce patties here, depending on, are you gonna make it for a sandwich? Is it for an
Is
appetizer?
it an appetizer or is it actually going to be an
That's
an
sizable.
entree?
Benedict,
That is,
or
yeah.
What is it gonna be on?
We're going to sear a few of these up, but when we come back, we're going to wrap up this dish, which goes a little further than this.
Absolutely, we've got a little sauce gribiche and some avocado mousse.
Ooh.
That sounds delicious.
Can't wait.
How to do it, the secrets revealed when we come back right here on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs is a presentation of Kentucky Proud.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned, alongside my good friend and co-host Tim Laird. We are cooking today with Chef Geoffrey Heyde from Fork and Barrel, and this has been a lot of fun.
This has been a lot of fun, and I'll tell you what, the secrets to this incredible crab cake, it's phenomenal. This looks absolutely fabulous.
So far, so good.
How
yeah.
long do they have to cook?
A couple minutes on each side should be just fine.
All right, good.
Perfect.
So the crab meat is already cooked. So now we've got everything here in here.
Okay.
And it's searing the rest of the way on there. You can see it come up on the edge a little bit
Right.
from the bottom.
Right.
In that butter. So we've got a couple sauces for these. We have the sauce gribiche and we have the avocado mousse. Sauce gribiche, fancy tartar sauce, right?
I was wondering if sauce gribiche was. Sauce, wait, how do you say that?
Gribiche.
Sauce gribiche.
So it's cornichons, the little
Oh, yeah.
pickles, the little
Yep.
gherkins.
Oh,
That some red peppers, some roasted garlic, some fiend herbs, and we've blended it in the food processor.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it nice and smooth, has all the flavor, and there's also a little bit of hard-boiled egg in there. And we're just putting it on the plate so you can still see the crab cakes here, and
Oh, look how beautiful that is.
Now we're coming home.
Oh. And of course, that butter adds a nice little touch to it too, right? A little flavor going on there. All right.
Absolutely. Okay, and so now avocado mousse. We make this at the restaurant. We just take nice ripe avocados. We cut them in half, take the seed out, put them in a container. So I take 3 avocados, take a few tablespoons of lemon juice, and then I take about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And does everybody have a stick blender, or anybody have a stick blender at home?
Oh, yeah.
So then we just mash it.
Everybody but Kevin.
And use the
Well, Tim's has never seen food, so.
we just mash it and
Okay.
pulse it, and it makes this nice smooth product here. And we just take a little bit of this.
And see, and that is a mousse. Look how creamy that looks.
That
I mean,
looks
just
delicious.
oh, and what a nice little
And
topper
that's it?
that is. Oh my God, that looks absolutely fabulous. Chef, tell us about your hours, where we can find you. You're on Frankfurt Avenue, but
2244 Frankfurt Avenue. We are open Tuesday through Saturday evenings,
Okay.
from 5 till 10 during the week, and 11 on Friday and Saturday. And then we're also doing Sunday brunch now as well.
ooh, Sunday brunch.
That
oh,
sounds
that's
like
great.
fun.
That's
We're
fun.
gonna have to hit that up.
Oh yeah, well, by the way, Sunday brunch. We might have to hit that. We're always looking for a Sunday brunch place. We always do that. So, and of course, we're happy to have you here. We're glad that you and Emily found your own restaurant after cooking around all over, and then settling down into your own place. I think it's got to be gratifying. I know it's a lot of work, but
It is. I think it's every chef's dream to have their own spot.
Chef, thanks for being here. We
Great
appreciate
job.
that.
Great job. Thanks for sharing the secrets.
We couldn't do it without the wonderful chef, and we couldn't do it without our studio audience. So thank you all for being here. We appreciate everybody at home watching. We will see you with another great edition of Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, when we share the secrets from the Commonwealth's great chefs. Thanks for watching, everybody. For Tim Laird, I'm Kevin Harned. We'll see you next time.
Oh.